son Stanford, one of the big four businessmen who built the Central Pacific Railroad. The Horseshoe Curve will provide you an opportunity to view today's California Zephyr from the engine all the way to the rear sleeping car.
Yeah, this is probably the coolest scenery. Actually, I don't know about that.
It's just all been snowy lately.
Where to go? Just the same button.
On the right and below is a lake formed by glaciers during the last ice age. Today we know it as Donner Lake. Also, sort of highlight coming up real quick here is off on the right in one of the taller trees, you'll see a bunch of twigs near the top of the tree. I always kind of describe it as it looks like high water and all the twigs got stuck up there. But that's an eagle's nest. It's kind of rare that we see an eagle there. We have seen one a couple of times. But it's coming up, it's about eye level. Probably from the upper level. And like I say, it's just a jumble of twigs. There's a little bit of green at the top of the tree, but you'll see that easily. Back to Donner Lake. The Stevens-Townsend-Murphy Party of 1844 and 45 was the first immigrant party over the route to Sierra Nevada. This is considered one of the most difficult crossings of the range. On October 31st of 1846, heavy snows near the east end of the lake halted an immigrant party led by George Donner. The party had departed from Illinois in the spring of that year. After falling victim to ill-advised detours and suffering other delays, the Donner party found itself attempting to cross the Sierra Nevada during an early and severe winter. Most of the party remained trapped at the lake, but several members struggled through the snow to obtain help at Sutter's Fort in Sacramento. Survivors were rescued 5 months later after suffering great hardship. The 89-year-old began the trek, only 47 survived. The story of the Donner Party, as well as other information about the history of the region. And his worker was drying his log johns on his cook stove and forgot about them. By the time he remembered, his house, just south of the tracks, was ablaze. Because the fire hoses were frozen, local firefighters could do little to help save the complex. Gone up in smoke were 4,300 feet of snow shed, numerous ties, the interlocking office, all the signal and radio equipment, tool houses, 5 company-owned houses, and 1 pair of long johns. Only the experimental concrete sheds survived the fire.
Oh, because of it.
So as we enter the snow shed here, we're going to take a look, like I said, off to the right, and you'll see a little doorway, like I said, with a light. That's where the inside. shortly after that, on the right, is the Soda Springs Hotel, which was built in 1926. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is United Car Stewart speaking. Lunch will begin at 11:30. Once again, lunch will begin at 11:30. On a first come, first served basis. It will be an abbreviated lunch. If your name is once the dining car fills up, we won't wait list. If your name is on the list, it will be free. The lunch will be abbreviated. So once again, lunch will be on a first come, first served basis. It will start at 11:30. Thank you. River at this time, once we go under Highway 80 at Yuba Gap. And here you've got your first view of the Bear River Valley. We're now on a ridge above it, and if you look down below, and as we get closer to the underpass of Highway 80, there is a fantastic view of Bear River Valley, where you'll see State Highway 20 that goes to Grass Valley. Now this is a quick view, and it's the best view, and I think one of the most picturesque, and this time you're going to see a blanket of white along the valley floor. Now once we pass this view, it's coming up here shortly, we'll be traveling under Interstate 80. Now this extends from San Francisco to the east. Now this is called Immigrant Gap, and this is a pass through the mountains on the historic Immigrant Trail. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen, Bear Valley. It was here the immigrants dismounted their wagons and lowered them by ropes and pulleys to the Bear Valley. Coming up on the west end of the balloon track is where this equipment will come out and face the proper direction. And here's the west end of the balloon track.